Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back to another episode of Patrick. Patrick gets the episode off.
Yeah. All right. So, just so you guys know, I'm going to try and go over down here to try and go to Capital to get my nail better. So yeah, Pat, why don't you start us off with?
All right. Hello. Welcome back to another horrific sex dungeon brought to you by the one, the only, the mastermind, the crypt keeper, Steven.
Hi, I'm Steve.
All right, so it looks like this episode is going to be Disgaea 2 Cursed Rusted Memories.
Cursed Memories. Yeah, it's not really an anime, it's a game, but it's an anime game, so I count it.
So this is the sequel to Disgaea 1. Did you want to do a quick recap of Disgaea 1, or does it not matter at all?
The Disgaea series, except for Disgaea D2, which is just a continuation of the first one, you don't really need to know anything. Also, fuck this guy. He just immediately blocks you.
Okay. So, all right, then we'll just hop into Disgaea 2 Cursed Memories. We'll start off with Steven's first plot point he's got here. Mom summoned wrong person.
So the major plot of this game is that there's this evil guy called Overlord Xenon, who
Xenon.
Yeah, who turns
my favorite chemical element. That's a noble
who turns
guess.
every human in the world into a demon slowly, and except for the main character who is just immune for some reason.
So it's Dark Souls?
Yeah, something like that. So they're like, okay, so let's just summon this big bad guy that has killed thousands of people and have this guy beat him up.
All right.
That is their plan. So they do the ritual summon, and so I know, what's the second topic?
The second topic is summon overpowered.
Okay, that's not it. Okay, so in order to do this, they need to use life souls. And the mom's just like, yeah, we'll just use the kid's life soul. Who fucking cares? They'll probably waste it anyway. So then they accidentally summon Overlord Xenon's daughter, Rosalind.
Rosalind.
Yeah.
I gotta say, that's kind of a disappointing name once you have, like, Overlord Xenon. And my daughter, Carol.
Oh, I liked her. I thought she was neat. Yeah, so they just accidentally summoned her, and the main character has this tendency to always make promises and to, no matter what, try and keep them. And he promises to kill her dad, and he promises to take her home at the same time.
As he's killing the dad.
He promises to take her home to see her dad, and then, kill him, there, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So, he's really gained the father's approval right away, because, shocker, there's a romantic bud between them, which most of the characters even knows early on. So yeah, they just kind of do this, so they have to go and try and find where this Overlord is, and they don't really know because the daughter only lived in the mansion her entire life and never saw her dad.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, it seems efficient. Okay, I was already there. So they start going around places. So one of the first things you can do, which, as you said, summons are overpowered, is you can, because I had the Steam version, it came with all the DLC and stuff and expansions. And you can do summons, and they're broken as shit.
Oh.
They're characters from, the third game or something, and a future version of one of the characters. And then, as soon as I figured out how powerful they were, I'm like, I'm going to reset and not have them, because I got to, level 15 almost immediately.
Okay.
And it's just it's just going to make the first several hours just way too easy for me.
Okay.
Alright, so next point.
Frog creepy.
Alright, so there's just this random frog that shows up during the summoning, and he says a line which I want to get your take on it.
Okay.
We summon a chick that's 18 years old.
Okay.
And the frog comes on and is like, yeah, I date fucking anyone that's between the ages of 18 and 49, give or take a decade or two.
Wow, alright. So he means the second half of that, right? 18 and 42, give or take a decade.
Yeah, I was like,
This is,
I don't know who you are, and I'll get to him later.
This is weird. Also, you're a frog.
Yeah, I'll go into him. He's actually an important character. It's just because of how early
Here
I
ends
did it.
the Pilgrim's Way. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is probably the way. The Pilgrim's Way. So, yeah. So, next talking point, because that's all I have to say about that. It just was...
Travel Channel tricked pranked?
Oh, yeah. So, I should probably mention the main character's name. His name is Adele, and now we already meet... Yeah. And now we're already meeting my favorite character, Axel.
Axel.
Axel's a fucking loser.
Oh, with the red hair and such, right?
No, he has blonde hair. The main character has red hair, though.
Okay.
So, that's close enough. So, he's this world-famous guy who's known as the Dark Hero, but he's hit some rough time in his life where he's no longer seen as, a pop idol. So, he now has to work as the host for a travel channel to make ends meet.
A large knight statue. There's a socket. Insert the city crest.
Yeah.
Did you open the other bridge that was back there, Steve?
This one?
No, keep going back. There was like another one too.
Oh yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, that was like unclear.
That was supposed to give you a checkpoint if you fucked up the second half of that, but you
I'm
didn't.
good.
So
yeah, so he's just doing what's it called? He's doing to talk about the place they're currently at. They just wander around different fields for most of the game, I'll be honest.
Okay.
And they're like, okay, we're talking about this wonderful place. Oh no, look, some tribal men. And he just points to the main character. He's like, oh no, I'm going to show off my style and beat them up. So you just gotta beat the shit out of them.
Oh.
And they're like, wow, the executives really just wanted to prank my ass and make it look like I lost, right? And then that's pretty much it for chapter 1.
Yeah, and then we come into this next interesting plot point: ruled murder.
So in between each chapter, they have a news channel just talking about current events. They talk about Axel and they're like, yeah, so while on the set of recording, he got murdered, but like no one really did a follow up, so who knows? We don't fucking care.
Oh.
And then they just rolled him completely off.
But then they called?
Yeah, Axel and my other favorite character, the director, who, he's just like, Axel, darling, you can do it. I've always believed in you.
Alright.
And they tried calling the TV executives, like, we're not actually dead. And they're like, oh, yeah, sure, right, Mr. Dark Hero.
Yeah.
So they just completely pretend they're dead.
Okay.
And then that's pretty much it for that point.
Alright, pervert, frog, and comeback tour.
So they find Rosalind's mansion. Like,
yeah.
I forget exactly how. She just randomly points in a direction, and I was like, well, that's better than literally anything else I got.
Yeah.
They find the mansion, and they find the frog, who was turned into a frog by someone. I forget. They say it later, but for the most part, they just leave it, and they don't really tell you for a while. Mm-hmm. And it's Rosalind's best friend.
Got it.
Just a fucking frog. And where she wants to immediately kill him because he looks disgusting. I'm like, please.
That makes sense.
By the way, there is an ending, like, way ahead, where if you get him to the max level, you can get an ending for the frog.
Oh.
I fucking didn't. I could not give two shits about. And Axel finds the mansion. He's like, well, it's time for a comeback tour.
Yep.
Hold on, let's talk to him.
Yeah. Real quickly. The capital lies before us, my friend. What a somber place it seems, and one that holds the answer to many a mystery. I too have felt the pull of this place, though now I sit before it, I find myself hesitant to descend. Is it fear, I wonder, or something else that holds me back?
Alright, so yeah, Axel's just there at the mansion. He's like, oh, this is Overlord Xenon's mansion. If I beat him, I'll be super cool and famous again. And then Adele shows him, beats him up again.
Oh, okay.
That's the second chapter.
Okay. Steven, why do you need to get a felony?
Okay. Alright, so this is a weird gimmick in Disgaea 2, where in order, for this point of the story, it's like, you had to go through different gates to go to different areas, and they're like, you can't go there unless you have a felony. So you had to go to the postal man, who's like, oh yeah, the frog thing has a felony, he needs to go to court for it. And the crime was his very existence. Okay, it's over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brother, sister.
No. I need to go more into this. So for this thing, it's a badge of honor for demons, because most of them are demons, to have felonies. And one thing which the game does not tell you about having felonies is it increases the amount of XP you get per kill.
Okay.
I didn't know what it did, so I only got the one. And you had to go to this court where it doesn't matter if you're the one who has the felony. If someone goes in, they just get like, oh, yeah, okay, you can say it, we don't care.
Oh.
And it's just rolled by a bunch of fucking idiots that I love.
Nice.
A bunch of the penguins, which are famous in the series because of their unique design. They're cute and really sad.
Steven, you have a caller ID with 23 numbers identified in it?
Spam, don't worry about it.
Alright.
Okay, hold on. So, this is the blacksmith. Have you brought me another nail to be honed? Leave it on the ground and return later, if you're still breathing. Oh, I thought you were someone else. And a nailsmith, are you? Well, you found one. I'm not much for taunt, but if it's a nail that needs repair, then you come to the right bug. Your own nail is in quite a sorry state. It's obviously not one of mine. Still, anything can be refined with enough effort and skill, even that broken blade. If you like, I can reforge your nail. It'll make the blade far more deadly. So yeah, I'm going to pay it, so now it does more damage.
Yay!
Alright, go ahead with the next talking point.
Brother, sister kidnapped, don't care not.
Not worth much.
Don't care.
Yeah,
not.
so in the next chapter, Axel's like, okay, I'm gonna get back at fucking Adele for this shit. So he kidnaps their brother and sister.
Oh.
There we go, the 4 games complete. I've honed your nail's egg. You'll find it much stronger than it used to be. Head out there and test its strength against your foes. So
Is that a permanent upgrade?
Yeah.
Nice.
You can get multiple of them. I think I have to bring him stuff now, just to make sure of it.
Okay.
Every time it brings you...
Pale ore.
Pale ore. So, they just kidnap them, and the mother and father are both just like... So, they just kidnap them, and they're not worth, like, anything. So, like, if you want to go rescue them, Adele, you can, I guess. We aren't. One of the big things about this Disgaea series is a lot of people are just fucking assholes, and I love it.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, that was it for it.
Fine with getting kidnapped.
Yeah, so Axel baited them by promising to give them candy, and they're like, yeah, we know you tried to kidnap us. Like, just give us the candy, and Adele will be here in like an hour.
Alright, glad that worked out.
Yeah. And then I'm pretty sure I know what the next one will go ahead and say.
Special effects!
Alright, so Adele's like, okay, now this time I have the perfect plan. Even if you beat me, I'll have my editing team show me in glorious HD special effects, and then like it'll show me in the limelight yet again. So you just beat up Axel again.
And according to this, you make Axel even sadder?
Yeah, he's like, oh man, I can't fucking do anything. I can't fucking do this. If I can't like be famous, how can I support my family? And they just get to this really sad moment where it's like, wow, his family is so fucking poor. He has like 5 brothers.
Oh, shit.
And like a mother that's sick and he's constantly trying to work to support the family.
Right,
like, wow, you made me care about him in like a way I didn't want to. Alright, next one.
Praying to God, then give up.
Say it again.
Praying to God, then give up.
Oh yeah, okay, so the dad actually isn't a complete asshole, and he's like, he's praying, and then the wife is like, hey honey, why are you praying? Oh, I'm really hopeful that I'm praying to God to bring back our children. He's like, why? God's never done anything for us. Also, Adele's on. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, good point. I don't see the point of this anymore. And then he just gives up on it.
Nice. Let's change things up a bit then. Found princess, then give up.
This is what Axel's plan was. He wanted to find the princess and give her to Overlord Zenom so he could get his rise to stardom at this point.
Okay.
And he finds her and he's like, actually, I can't actually beat you or anything, so I just give up.
Oh.
Yeah, that's just it.
Alright, nice. Took a taxi and saved a kid.
So, after they beat Axel, they save the sister, but the brother falls in the river and he gets washed off. So, they had to go into this cave of evil or some shit to go and save him. And Axel just calls a taxi and just immediately goes there and saves him.
Oh.
And he gives him the bill to pay for the taxi.
He gets like an Uber and he has someone else pay for the Uber.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Oh yeah, here's the cutscene.
Okay. Ooh, look at that.
I have certainly done it. I have found the first bonfire.
Steven, would you look at all of that black and purple going on right now?
I'm not saying purple.
You should be.
Why?
Alright. Hello.
I like how she uses a threaded needle.
Again, we meet, little ghost. I'm normally quite perceptive. You I underestimated, though, since I've guessed the truth. You've seen beyond this kingdom's bounds. Yours is resilience, born of 2 voids. It is no surprise, then, that you've managed to reach the heart of this world. In doing so, you shall know the sacrifice that keeps it standing. If, knowing the truth, you'd still attempt a role in Hollowness perpetuation, seek the graven ash, and the mark it would grant to one like you.
Goodbye.
Yep.
Alright, so, yeah, he just saves the brother.
Alright, cool. Dirty flute. 3 1/3 ellipses afterwards.
So, they're going through the Cave of Evil, and they get this magical flute which will make the beast stop, like, attacking it all. So they give it to the main character, he's like, I don't know how to play the fucking flute. So then they give it to Ross, and like, dude, you've had your fucking mouth on it. And then Alyssa's like, I don't fucking care. And they just throw it away.
Oh. So wait, the end of the game was in their reach, and they just didn't care?
It was just for the beast in that area.
Oh, okay.
Like, the entire goal is to beat Overlord Zenon.
Okay.
That's just they're constantly trying to find him, and they just do a lot of side stuff because the plot needs it.
Alright.
Alright, so next.
Signed pennies up.
Prinnies. Okay. Yeah, so,
Well, there's no R in here, Steve.
yeah, sorry, it might have been. It might is corrected. So, yeah, they introduce a character from the first game who you don't really need to know too much of. She's just one of the fan favorites, I think, where she just, is a complete bitch, and she has an army of penguins.
Oh, fuck.
And I love her so much. And she's just constantly working them to the bone. At one point, she mentions how she gives them a fish a month and forces them to work 23 hours a day.
Okay.
So yeah, she's just kind of a bitch, and I really like her.
All right.
So for this, I'll get started this arc, and then we'll leave on a cliffhanger. So for this arc, we are once again doing something random because Overlord Xenon has announced, like, yeah, you can fight me if you win this tournament, and the chick signs up the fucking penguins so they could win.
Right.
And they are shit tier. Like, really bad.
Yeah.
They forced me to get a bit bad at it in the first game because I threw one, and when you throw them, they blow up. So you gotta go through this Coliseum arc. And I'll go more into detail in that one and try and finish up the rest of the plot in this follow-up. I really hope you guys are enjoying my take on Disgaea 2. It is a really good strategy game and the only one that I can really actually finish by myself.
All right, and if you guys are interested in hearing the second part of this, it will be up tomorrow, probably.
Unless, like, this came out on Thursday, in which case...
Unless
Thursday, Saturday.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'll finish it up. Overall, I'll just say, like, I've not really touched on most of the story, to be honest, but yeah, I feel like it's well worth at least a try. Even if you hear this one, like, the first one's still also really good. Alright, I'm Rambling Hal. We'll see you next time.